Today is my son's 19th birthday. Alex Garris, I love you. This show is dedicated to you. I am so blessed. He's 19 years old. He's studying, he's in university, he's studying to be a youth pastor. He does sound and audio for his church. He does sound and audio for his university. And this, I couldn't ask for a better son on the planet. I know a lot of people feel that way, but Alex, this one is dedicated to you. He helps me with these live streams, and that's what makes this all work. So today is June 1st, 2020. This is the Mortgage Banking Livestream. I'm Troy at Garris Horn, and we are here to educate, we are here to connect, and we are here to entertain. That's the main mission of this livestream. Today we're going to talk about a business update. We're going to get to a regulatory and legal update, some things you really want to know. And as we roll into it, just a couple shouts out. First of all, Texas MBA. I'm very active in Texas MBA. A lot of people know that. I'm very biased. I understand that. There's some great MBAs around the country. National MBA, everyone knows that I love the National MBA, love people over there. I also am in love with the California MBA, the Colorado MBA, New York, New Jersey. There's a lot of great ones out there, but I am located physically in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas. And, you know, I am just very active, and the people at the Texas MBA, you can't beat them. And the amazing content and the amazing functions that Lisa Vircher, who is head of staff over there, and then the various people that are involved, there are just so many great people over there that if you are anywhere in the Texas area, if you are in any way involved in the mortgage industry, especially in Texas, but even outside, this is an organization that you really want to be involved in. September 14th and 15th, TMBA is going to have its annual symposium. Symposium has some great speakers, some great content. Rapid Fire gets you a lot of information. It is slated to be live, so an in-person meeting in the Dallas area, Plano Legacy West. If you haven't been to Legacy West, you should get over there. I have a place there myself, and it is an amazing development. Some great shops, some great restaurants, some great locations for events, and that whole Legacy area. But the new development of Legacy West in particular is something you can't miss. It's also very close to Dallas Stars, so for football fans, it's a good place to be as well. And they will undoubtedly have some functions like over in that area that are like that as well, tied to the Dallas Cowboys. Whether you love them or hate them, it's definitely a place you want to be. A couple other shouts out. Adam Isbell, thank you so much. Adam over at National MI, great person, also heavily involved in the Texas MBA. Great contact at National MI. Carmen Tojero, thank you very much. Eagle Home Mortgage. Carmen is a wonderful person, great individual in this industry, just representative of the kinds of people we have here. Colin Luba, Mark Raskin, both of Plains Capital's companies. You guys are fantastic. Mark, I want to point out, he's at Prime Lending, right, at Plains Capital Company. But Mark is one of the few individuals, sadly some ways, one of the few individuals who's both a lead production person, so he runs a team at Prime Lending, but he also is heavily involved in the Texas MBA and rose up through the ranks and became president of TMBA. One of the few people actually that are in that position and decide to become that committed, that involved. We need more loan officers. We need more branch managers. We need more managers of various types that are in the production side to be involved in TMBA, because you need your voice out there just like everyone else. Ian writes, thank you, buddy. Good luck to you. Thank you for the strong message. And anyone else who wants to contact me on this live stream, if you have comments, you have questions, you want us to address something, you can either, on my phone number, my phone number is down in the description, as is my email address, down in the description on this YouTube channel. you can just look down there. You can either text me, you can comment on the YouTube page itself, you can email me. Any of those functions work, and I will get your questions answered. Mortgage, generally strong, right? I think a lot of people know this. You still get this sense, this feeling that mortgage is generally strong, and we are. Mortgage and housing drive the economy. They drive the industry. They drive individual personal wealth, right? And so happy to report the MBA's reports showed that mortgage apps were up 2.7, close to 3% from the week prior. That information is good. Yeah, I think it confirms what people are already feeling anyway. There's also a report, also from the MBA. It's one of the reasons I love this institution. IMB, so independent mortgage bankers and mortgage subs of depositories, the profit of those institutions was up quite substantially for 2019. It was up to just under $1,500 per loan as a profit margin. These are averages, right? So who made $1,500 a loan? Maybe nobody, but maybe some people did. These are averages, so you got to take that into account. Some institutions are far more efficient than others. But anyway, so $1,500 a loan compared with the similar measure in 2018, 1 year prior, of only just under $400 a loan. So a substantial $1,100 per loan increase for this industry. That's great news. I think people are still optimistic for 2020. We don't really know what's going to happen yet because we got a lot of things going on, right? It's an election year, right? We have right this minute, we have some very serious problems in our system in a lot of different ways that's resulted in some riots in some of the bigger cities. We don't know where that's going to go. We have some problems with China and a lot of different actions that the current administration is taking that we don't really know where all that's going to shake out. But if we can keep mortgage strong, if we can keep people in homes, if we can keep people getting loans and getting credit when they need it, when they want it, in the way that they want it, at the time that they want it, then I think we can keep this. As buoyant an economy as possible. Because again, the best place, in my view, this is my humble view, but the best place to drive wealth as an individual is home ownership. Home ownership is very important. A few caution areas that I think I'll point out. I don't want this to undermine the general positive message, and I am very optimistic. But in certain areas, mortgage apps were actually down, but it's some areas that were to be expected. Mostly, we think, related to COVID-19 still being an issue in a lot of places. Forbearances were up. Delinquencies also rose since the pandemic. And so there are some areas where there still needs to be some sense of caution. But again, I think that this is, generally speaking, a very positive, very important type of news and upbeat news that we should be thankful for, especially at this time. So that's the business update. In short, also I would point out that a lot of people contact me and they are hiring. So if you are in this business and you're looking for a job, or if you're looking for people, because people call me and they're looking for employment as well, make sure to reach out to me. You can call, you can email. All of this confidential. I don't even get paid for this stuff. I just do it because, again, I'm here partly to connect people. And so if you'll reach out to me, I'll put you in touch with whoever I come across. If there's a nexus, fantastic. Regulatory update and legal update. CFPB. About a year ago, I mentioned in a talk at a conference that I was a little concerned because the CFPB seemed to be working more and more through its memoranda of understanding with the various states. And I noted that while it could be helpful and while it can be more efficient for the CFPB and other regulators to work together, and there is a lot of reason for them to do that, it can also be a little bit troublesome because it can expand the reach and expand the aggressiveness of potential regulators in various different types of fashions. I note that the Massachusetts AG and the CFPB jointly filed a lawsuit. Fortunately, it wasn't mortgage. It was, at least directly, it was against some credit repair telemarketers. But nevertheless, it shows once again, and there's some other instances out there that I can send you information about if you want. But I think it shows you again that the CFPB is working in a smart way. If I were at CFPB, I would do the same thing, right? You reach out to people so that you can help each other out and share information. So when they've got these memorandum of understanding in place, so I can understand why they're doing that. But I will say that it does raise some concern because there seems to be a growing development in this area. And so mortgage bankers, you should be cautious. Make sure that you understand that if you are in violation of a state law, you could have the federal regulators interested in your case as well, and vice versa, right? So the main message is to stay squeaky clean. Make sure that you don't let your guard down. Yeah, and I've mentioned this before. Lots of people seem to think that business is humming and the regulators are not really very active at the moment. That is not true. Switch gears for a moment. FHA, similarly active, similarly will take action where it deems necessary. FHA issued a notice of credit watch termination, just published in the Federal Register. And as most of you know, FHA can terminate an office or underwriting capabilities of a lender. In this case, it was based on a lender that was over 200% of the claim and default rate in a particular field office jurisdiction, and then higher than the normal, higher than the average at the national level. So that's an area where the FHA can and will come in and take action to protect its insurance pool. After all, FHA really is an insurance product that is backed by the federal government, run by the federal government to help homeownership, but it's not going to take risks that it believes is harmful to its insurance pool and therefore the public interest. So that's on FHA. One legal update that I'll mention, and I get this question a lot, and so I think I note it just so that people keep it in the back of their minds. So a U.S. District Court just recently has issued an order that required it's a large institution to divulge a cybersecurity or data breach consultant's report, and they had claimed that it was a privileged document. The court did an elaborate analysis and requires and ordered that the report be divulged. A lot of people ask me about this. As you know, I'm in a law firm as well, and so a lot of people will come to me sometimes and ask about keeping information privileged. And if it's legal advice that you're seeking, or if it is attorney work product, there's often a good claim for privilege. But you really do have to be careful, and you got to make sure that you find you really have to be engaged in the seeking of legal advice, and you have to be meeting all of the check boxes for keeping information privileged. And so the court ruling anyway says that this particular institution did not do that, and so the work product privilege did not apply in this particular instance. So just one of those areas where you got to be careful. And as before, I can send you the information if you think that you would like it. Just text me, call me, email me. My phone number, and if you're watching this on something other than YouTube, my phone number is 301-461-8952. But you can text me or call me there. You can also just email me, troy@garrishorn.com, and I can send you the information. If you think that we have, that if you like this content, if you like this information, and you think that we've earned it, then if you would go ahead and subscribe, hit the subscribe button so you can get updates whenever this comes. When these come out, they come out. We just changed the time. The new time for this live stream is Mondays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. We moved it forward a little bit. It was 11 a.m. Now it's 1 p.m. Central Time. This is all Central Time. So you can calculate your time where you are. But 1 p.m. Central Time, Mondays and Wednesdays. And we also have a happy hour. We don't live stream that, but we also have a closed circle, a small circle of people that we do a little happy hour with to talk about mortgage banking issues. If you want information about that, just give me a call. You meet some good people, some good solid people. Again, my son's birthday. Hats off to you, Alex. I'm Troy Garris at Garris Horn, and this is the Mortgage Banking Live Stream. We'll see you next time.